Once upon a time, in response to piracy, the creator of ULTRAKILL said, "Culture shouldn't exist only for those who can afford it." When I pirated games, I always felt a little bit guilty because it's stealing. But when it came to ULTRAKILL, seeing Hakita himself say this made me feel a little bit valid. Because you can't deny it. Without piracy, culture is really inaccessible to those less fortunate. I especially resonate with his statement because I live in a country where piracy is normalized because it is considered wicked by the masses if a game costs more than 0 pesos. That's why the most popular games in the Philippines are the ones that are free to play, such as Dota, League of Legends, Valorant, and Mobile Legends. But sometimes some paid games also become really popular in our country, like Minecraft. I grew up playing pirated Minecraft, that is why that's the first thing I bought when I got my first YouTube paycheck last month. And 8 months ago, I was playing on a pirated copy of ULTRAKILL. But once I had the money, I bought it. I bought it because I wanted to submit speedruns, but I also bought it because I felt like this game deserved my support, especially because the creator of the game supports piracy. And I wanted to support this game even further by popularizing it even more. A while ago, there was also a runner who cannot afford ULTRAKILL, Grief. Grief is an amazing runner, and he submitted his runs while not owning ULTRAKILL, which if you know, is not really allowed. He admitted to it while talking to Ari Bear, so Ari Bear told Cat Perfect about this because Cat Perfect verified one of his runs. Another runner, Rose, somehow convinced one of the moderators, Grim Delegator, to buy the game for him, and since then he was able to get his runs verified and be on the official leaderboards. This gave me the idea. What if I also look for someone as talented who deserved the game just as much, but is also in a similar situation as me and Grief? That's how the idea was born. The contest is simple. It's a sum of best of levels and their respective categories. Personally selected by me, namely 0-1 any percent, 0-3 any percent, 1-4 P%, 4-1 any percent, 4-2 any percent secret exit, 4-4 P%, and 6-2 P%. Are you noticing a pattern? Nah, you're just hallucinating. The only rule aside from not owning ULTRAKILL is that you have to follow ULTRAKILLspeedrun.com rules. I made it a requirement to follow SRC's rules because one of the contest's mission is to encourage more players to start speedrunning. And one of the most important things to learn before any tech are the rules. The runners submitted their runs through a dedicated channel category in my Discord server. The contest was held from June 11, 2026 to June 25, 2026, starting and ending at 12 PM Philippine Standard Time. To help with the applications and verifying runs, I asked for volunteers in my Discord server. They're speedrunners themselves. For application reviewers, let's welcome in Kay, Fabi, Rookie, Maru, and David Art. For run verifiers, we have some pretty good speedrunners, starting with Cactus, Matter Weather, Kirby Main 645, Michael, and Putman. The prize for the winner is a copy of ULTRAKILL in their Steam library. And our good friend Kirby Main pitched in an additional prize of $10 Steam game for the fastest runner who runs the gauntlet in a single session. We called it the True Gauntlet. With this out of the way, it's contest time. For the first 5 days, almost nothing was happening. We're just receiving applications here and there until the drought's been broken. Starting off the competition, we have our first verified submission, a respectable time of 3 minutes by Tony. This first run was important because this set the competition's pace. All of the applicants who thought they cannot beat Tony's time didn't bother submitting, which immediately eliminated half of the contestants. Though Tony's lead wouldn't last long because it was eventually broken by Lavia's amazing run, improving the time by around 18 seconds, getting a time of 2:42. This set the standards even further, making sure runners who are not as skilled not even try to submit. After that, something weird happened. Ecstasy submitted a run beating Lavia's time, but then shortly after, retracted their participation in the contest and requested to be disqualified. This didn't stop Lavia though. After feeling that his record is now low enough, he then beat his own time by 12 seconds. Now the time to beat is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I noticed that with a new record being set, it always comes with a contestant dropping out of the contest, which bothered me a little. I wanted a little bit more competition, but that didn't stop me and the competition kept on going. After holding the lowest time for 5 days, feeling relaxed, someone finally sniped the record. With a time of 2 minutes and 26 seconds, Jeb is currently on the lead. But it's already June 23, 2 days left before contest ends. As I predicted by the tail end of the competition, it really did turn into a bloodbath of one-upping each other. Rivalries developing. Lavia snipes back the record from Jeb, lowering the sum of best for 4 more seconds, beating my personal sum of best. They were starting to develop a harmonious rivalry until an uninvited guest appeared. June 24. 1 day left before contest ends. Lavia's time was sniped, but it wasn't Jeb. Omi remained silent for 13 days, applying around June 11. Never said anything, and then coldly submitted their run just 1 day before the contest ended to hopefully win. Unfortunately for him, he has a rival, Miller Obertail Jr. Miller takes the lead from Omi by 4 seconds, which does not sound much, but it's huge considering the time is 2 minutes and 17 seconds, beating your average speedrunner. Omi didn't immediately bite back. He instead takes the record for the fastest through gauntlet run of 3 minutes and 4 seconds. And of course, he didn't forget about the default gauntlet. He takes the record back from Miller with a time of 2 minutes and 12 seconds. 5-second time save. You don't understand how insane that is for non-speedrunners to find 5 seconds of time save somewhere. Well, I actually know where he got the time save. This crazy motherfucker learned how to dead stack in 2 days. Remember, this guy only started speedrunning because of the contest. Miller isn't blind. He saw the true gauntlet run. He wanted it as well. Typing Omi's time, he got a sub 3 minute run. Omi didn't like that. He took the record back, lowering the time 13 seconds further. With the time running low, unfortunately for Miller, he was too slow to catch up. Timer is up, the contest ends, with Omi taking both the default and the true gauntlet. A definitive sweep.
Oh my god! Purchase. Oh my. Oh my god!
Yo! Check your library, bro. Check library right now. Oh my god! Oh, congratulations. Yo. To be honest, I expected to see more submissions. I didn't expect all of the other runners to get discouraged to submit once the first run gets verified. I think it was my wishful thinking, that's why I expected everyone to try to submit at least, but I was proven wrong. Also, I didn't expect for the sum of best to be lower than my sum of best at that time, which was 223. I used myself as a benchmark for the average speedrunner because I am just the average speedrunner, because all of my submissions end up in the middle of the leaderboard. The moment I saw the time getting lower than my own sum of best, the more I am convinced that I did the right thing. Hiring volunteers to help me verify runs because as I've always said about runs that are faster than mine, it is above my pay grade. I definitely did not expect someone to pull off a death stack on 6-2. That was insane from Omi's part. The most I expected from them is a 3-punch Rico stack. I also did not expect for my 4-4 time to be beat, but here we are. Omi was honest on how he pulled it off. He talked to a bunch of speedrunners and asked them for tips. Even Dentes. That's why I jokingly call him the speedrunner Nepo baby, but that does not discredit him. He poured more than half of his everyday into the game to get faster and faster at a rate no one expected. And that is why he won. And he also has spent more time in the game in the past 20 days than me for 8 months, so I think he really liked this game. Although I have a lot of expectations that were broken, it is within my expectations that most of the runs that were rejected were because of tiny issues like the runner not submitting splits and the in-game menu not being open at all times. Imagine if we also required them to have Steam's performance monitor. It's hard to make that happen with a pirated copy, but it is possible. I ultimately decided to not require it because it would be a hassle for both the runners and the verifiers. Special thanks to all of the volunteers, especially Michael. He helped me polish the contest by pointing out mistakes and points where misunderstanding might come from. Also thanks to my server admins for keeping the peace within the server during the contest runtime. And also thanks to the Bonzac for being cool when I asked a few questions that will help with moderating the contest. Without everyone's help, this would be impossible. This video cost me 2,000 pesos, which is around $32. I don't have $32 to spare anymore. I spent more on this video than what I currently have in my wallet. So if you want to see more community held contests, please subscribe to the channel so this channel gets monetized as well. I plan to host more contests and do bounties funded by this channel if this does get monetized, so if you want to see that, you know what to do. Join my Discord server, the link is in the description. Aside from a cool community, you will have a streamlined mode of communication with me and might even get first dibs on future contests and giveaways I plan to hold. That's about it. Thank you for watching. And remember these, keep speedrunning, and if you are going through hell, why are you stopping there? Keep going.